Hello, Saints. Last time we were in the book of Zechariah, we talked about how God was restoring the covenant back to his people after the captivity. In chapter 2, we get a little more detail of this. Uh, God says there, for instance, verse 5, I, declares the Lord, will be a wall of fire around you, and I will be the glory in their midst. Hold there, flee from the land of the north, declares the Lord, for I have dispersed you as the four winds of heaven, declares the Lord. O Zion, escape, you who are living with the daughters of Babylon. For thus says the Lord of hosts, after the glory he has sent me against the nations which plunder you, for he who touches you touches the apple of my eye. For behold, I will wave my hand over them, so that they will be plunder to their slaves. And then you will know that the Lord of hosts has sent me. So God is purposely going after to restore his people, and he will be their safeguard. I will be the wall of fire around them, so they won't actually need walls. Now I know in Revelation we see the city coming down, and we talk about the walls and the gates and everything. But is that a symbol of God's fire around the city to protect his people? The gates are left open all day, it says, and an angel assigned to each gate, so that no one can come in, no evil can come into the city. But they're never, the doors, those pearl gates we see in Revelation, are never closed. But here he's given them a foretaste of how he will be with them and how he will be their walls. So he says, many nations, verse 11, many nations will join themselves to the Lord in that day and will become my people. Here we have a prelude to what's called the mystery of God, the coming in of the Goyim, the Gentiles. God just didn't call a nation, Israel, to be his people. He called them to be that city on the hill that would bring in the whole world. And we see that in effect here. We see that in the book of Amos is another good book that we see that in, where God is working not just for Israel, but on the whole world. Until we get into the New Testament, especially in the little book of Ephesians, those first 3 chapters, which explains the mystery of God. So this is just a prelude that God is now taking back what's his. He says, in verse 12, the Lord will possess Judah as his portion in the Holy Land, and will again choose Jerusalem. So he says, be silent, O flesh, before the Lord, for he, God, is aroused from his holy habitation. God is stepping up to do business, to restore his people, and to be their God. He is restoring the covenant. That has always been in his heart, to restore the covenant with his people, his relationship, join with him as he restores all things. Blessings.